Ooh,
I
my
realized
blurry
I was
hands.
muted when I said that, but now I'm unmuted. So hi, everybody!
I'm sure everyone got what you were indicating with the waving of hands.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure you're just swearing profusely at everybody.
I mean, we may have been on fire, but then again, the flames would have to be invisible. Wouldn't you be patting yourself? You would be waving frantically if you were
Yes, if I'm on
on
fire,
fire.
I just, like, run around like a Muppet. That's...
It's if you're drowning that you're supposed to wave frantically like a muppet.
Oh, I always get those mixed up. When I'm drowning, I
Mm.
start patting myself.
That I mean, then yeah, well, yeah, that's the reason you're not an Olympian, Dixie. That's the only reason.
It's all it is.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I could be an Olympic level breakdancer based on this past Olympics.
yeah. Apparently, I don't know.
My
You
dog could
might
be Olympic level breakdancer based on the past Olympics.
we're being very topical here, not talking about the subject at all. Very, very
I was gonna
Pathcast
say we
like.
went straight into Pathcast mode and just started having non sequiturs. Hi everybody, welcome. Thank you for watching the stream. We're gonna play a little horror jackboxy game in a minute here. People are welcome to join us. I will turn the timers up so that people have time to answer, because once again you'll be
Yes.
seeing it on a delay. But we are really excited to be launching the Curseborne Kickstarter here in 50 minutes. Uh,
Yes.
My God.
Rich will be joining us in a little bit to press the big red button, as we say. Even though there isn't actually a big red button, I kind of wish
There
there
should be.
was. Yeah, a big red button would be cool.
I mean, all you have to do is like just get one of those like there's like a USB button you can get and just map it to the enter key. So just have everything in just
That would be
the button.
great. We should do that.
See? I'm thinking.
Now you're thinking with buttons. Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, we are here to hang out. Y'all are obviously free. I'm looking at the chat, like you can tell I'm looking at you. This is me looking at the chat, just so you know. That's what's happening. But yeah, y'all are free to join us once we start streaming. And we're all very, I think, nervous and excited. This is a big deal. We've been working on this game for a long time. We've done a ton of AMAs. We've done a month's worth of blog posts,
Yes.
uh, many of which Eddie wrote, which is why he said yes.
Well, I mean, Dixie or I'm so nervous. My brain's not working. Let me try that again. Danielle and Matthew wrote a fair bunch of them too. But the thing is that we've all been doing a lot for this. Typically, in these kinds of things, one or two people kind of take the lead on these kind of promotional
Yeah,
efforts, but we've all been really stuck in. So it's been exciting and anxiety-inducing and all the emotions, and I have them all right now, and they're all coming out in a torrent through my mouth. So
that's okay. We're allowed to be, kind of weird about this one. We've been talking about it for so long, working on it for so long, excited about it for so long, and like people are gonna see chapters of it today. Like,
yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, putting out the ash can was a big deal. Now it's like, oh, you're gonna see the book. You're gonna see the actual book.
Yes.
That's so much. I'm so excited
I
though.
am feeling confident. I'm tempering expectations. I'm not prepared to say that we're going to hit 2 million in the first hour.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I'm
2 million
feeling, yeah,
hence,
I'm
maybe.
what let's go for 1.8. I yeah, I'm feeling that the response that the fans have provided, our fans, role players, customers, people we've been speaking to all over, some of you who are in the chat right now will know that we have been talking about Curseborne in many different venues pretty incessantly,
Mm-hmm.
and that is, of course, because we need as many people aware of this game as possible. This is Onyx
Hmm.
Path first, I guess, owned pure horror game
Yeah.
because we've explored horror through, of course, various licensed properties. Through They Came from Beyond the Grave and Camp Murder Lake, but that's a very different proposition to something like Curseborne. And we have been on Twitch, on YouTube, on Reddit, on RPG.net. There's now a thread on EN World as well. Of course, we've been all over any social medium you can possibly think of
Mm-hmm.
to talk about this. and the engagement we've received, the enthusiasm we've seen has just been superb. So I want to say, before we even start, not knowing what the result is going to be, thank you so much to all of you watching who have really helped spread the word about this. You
Indeed.
know,
Yeah.
you have been
Absolutely.
sharing this on your social media. It isn't just us. You've been telling your gamer friends. You've been running games of Curseborne already, or are due to, Tom, because I know you're there, and Corbin too. Uh, so thank you. It really does make a difference, and hopefully it's going to result in quick funding and a lot of momentum for this campaign.
Yep. I really appreciate all these people spreading the curse to as many people as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, Michele earlier was saying that Kickstarter had gone down, so here's hoping the curse hasn't spread quite that far.
I just loaded it and the website is up, so it's fine.
Okay, you just scared me. I was like, no, Kickstarter's down. What?
No, 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 no. I'm looking at our landing page right now. So,
Okay,
and we just
okay.
went up to 1,142 followers since we last talked. So,
I was excited when it hit like 500, so to have it be like over a
yeah,
thousand. Like I was almost like half joking when I was like, I want to get 1,000 people because I was like, we can get 19 more people, and now we've gotten like 200 more people, and I'm like, what the heck? This is great. This is amazing, and I can only hope that as people see it, as they read it, it continues to be shared. People continue to be excited about it. Um, I think there's only so many times that we can say this has been a labor of love, but it really has been.
hmm
Because we have been working on this for a long ass time, and you know, being able to develop this concurrently with StoryPath Ultra was wonderful because we could really build out the system the way that we wanted to. And God, I mean, ever since the first talks about this years ago, it's just been it's so cool. It's happening. I haven't been this
yep.
excited since Essence launched. Like seriously, like
I
that was
remember
the
when it
last
was,
project that like got me
yeah,
like this.
I remember when this game was going by the amazing title of Untitled Monster Game.
UMG.
I
For a
remember a
long time, it
name.
was
I
UMG.
remember a name even earlier than that we can't say.
Right,
Really,
yes. There were a couple names before that, but then we got so twisted into that I said, fine, we're calling it Untitled Monster Game to come up with a better name.
yeah.
Which is why StoryPath was Sardonyx for a long time. Is because I think
Yep,
somebody back in like 2015 was just like, we're just gonna call it this until we get a
yep.
better name. So
Apologies, by the way, to anyone who found my audio too low. I think it should have gone up just now. Um,
I think you sound fine.
well, thank you, Dixie. That's very kind of you to say, but I got a message telling me I was too low. Travis.
Oh.
Yeah, always in the background. Travis Legg controlling things from his control room like some kind of DC
Controller.
supervillain.
Well, he's not in
Yeah,
charge of this because
controller.
I'm running tech.
I know.
Ha 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 ha. Also, I see people are asking questions. This is not an AMA right now. We might answer some questions later once we go to funding. But we're not taking questions. We're here to hang out and have a good time.
Especially considering who the first person who asked the question is. Hi, Corbin.
Well, the first person I think was someone named Twitcher.
Fair enough.
But uh, for those of you who want to play trivia games, go to jackbox.tv. I will have the game up in a second, and you will not see our beautiful faces while we're playing because why? You'll
It's for
just
the
see the
best.
game, and then you can hear our lovely voices instead.
And
Nice.
and I will answer you, Corbin, because there is a very simple answer. If you were going to run a personal Curseborne game, what type of scenario story do you want to run? There is one right now. It may have just finished on my YouTube channel. It went live on Twitch last night. Curtain Call. If you head on over to youtube.com slash user slash, I think it's clack click bang. I think it's still my
Oh,
ID
back in the
on
day.
YouTube. Yeah.
Old school.
Um, you will be able to find Curtain Call, a Curseborne actual play. And if that's not to your tastes, because that's a bit of a more light-hearted one, go on over to Red Moon Role Playing, their YouTube channel, because the first part of their actual play went live today, which is the one I ran for Eddie, Craig of Red Moon Role Playing, and Bridget, who is
hmm
playing the same character in that game as she is
Oh, cool.
in the Curseborne one that's currently on my YouTube. There's even connective tissue in terms of the plots. And this is going to be the case for all of the Curseborne games I run across the course of the month. If you're an Easter egg hunter, you will be able to find links between all of the plots. elements, from characters to plot beats, story, history, that kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Neat.
And with that
Looks like I am
said,
the VIP.
you are the VIP. You joined first. Matthew, if you're not watching the stream on Discord,
Oh.
you should go watch the stream. And I'm going
Yeah,
to switch.
I need to do something.
I'm gonna
don't I?
pull us off screen magically. Woo! I do
I
have.
can't see the rude gestures I'm making.
I have closed
I need
captioning
a-
on. So anybody who can't hear very well, the CC's on. Extended timers are on. So those of you who are watching on Twitch who want to play, it's totally cool. If you take a little bit longer, but realize that when the timer says it's going to run out, it's probably like running out right then. That's the one thing about streaming this on Twitch.
Dixie, I am a Luddite, and I may have missed the 4-digit code wherever you posted
It's
it.
literally on the screen. It says room code in big letters.
Does it?
It says go to jackbox.tv to check in, and then it says room code.
Oh God! I was looking for a number, and for some reason I was just staring at that like a complete idiot. Oh, what a fool I am!
Matthew's in.
There we
Corbin's
go.
playing.
I'll give it maybe another minute real quick to see if anybody else pops in.
Yeah, just sit here listening to this bomb ass music. I'm
Yeah,
dancing, and only my
so-
characters can see me.
So anyone who is unaware, Jackbox TV is a website you can go on where you can play all kinds of games. Right now, if you go over to Jackbox TV and type in the code, which we have on the screen right there, you can play with us.
Indeed.
And
All
of course,
right.
we will talk about all kinds of Curseborne things while we play. I'm sure.
All right.
I'm
Push the
gonna
button.
do one thing real quick.
Oh, push button. Too big.
It's all good.
The local residents familiar with the abandoned building's history know it simply
I love this
as
intro.
the Murder Hotel.
Because I don't think that it is doing the sound right now for some reason.
I'm hearing it.
Well, I'm hearing it.
Well, we're hearing it because we're watching it on thing.
No, we're.
I
Oh,
see.
oh, I muted it. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. I'm working on it, y'all.
Travis says you can hear it on
Oh,
Twitch.
you can hear it?
This is
Perfect.
your
I don't
wake-up
know
call.
why it's not bouncing,
Prepare
but
to
it's not.
die.
Okay, cool. It's just not bouncing on the
Welcome
thing.
to Trivia Murder Party. Your free spa weekend was a lie, luring you
It's a
into this
lie.
deadly trivia game.
Alright, cool.
Only one of you
Thanks, y'all.
will
Thanks, chat.
survive. I know that's a lot of pressure, but just try to have fun. All right,
You will
first
definitely have
question. What does the R stand for in USSR? Use your device to answer the question. That means you
Ah, that's an
weirdos in
easy
the audience,
one.
too.
I'm not actually sure I know this.
Oh, really?
And I feel very
Admittedly-
stupid
admittedly,
right
I'm
now.
the Russia expert here, so
I don't
me,
know.
it's
I'm
an
just gonna
easy
pick
one.
one because I actually don't know
And the
this,
correct answer is...
and I feel very silly.
Who got the question right?
I did not get it right because I didn't know.
well,
The rest
it is
of
the
you,
Union of
it's
Soviet
time.
Socialist Republics.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't know that acronym, like the
And
actual
here
what
are
it
your
stood for.
bags. Welcome to room 105. It's tattoo time. Give me a new tattoo by drawing on your device.
I love being called young when I'm like 40. Thanks.
Cheney knew the answer, by the way, Dixie.
Yeah, I know Trini
He's
did.
ancient. He knew Joe Stalin.
Yeah. Harder.
God, the grunts are awful.
I was expecting something a lot more crude there.
Nothing?
What's up with
This
the draw?
assignment was not optional.
Well, whoever was playing Stash, you let the team down.
And by the team,
Shame
you
on
mean
you. Shame on you. Make up for it by backing Curseborne.
We're not done with you yet.
At least
You're
you
a
can keep
ghost
playing
now.
if you're a ghost.
Keep playing, and
Yeah.
you just might steal someone else's life force and win the game. Oh, by the way,
So you're not
the
one
audience
dead.
is a player now and can win the whole frickin' game. If you're not ready now, you can join the audience whenever. It's like super low pressure.
The audience
Oh,
is
the
beating me.
That's impressive.
I don't
Let's
like
try
that.
another one. Where's SpongeBob SquarePants employed?
I know this.
I do not.
I do. It's the benefit of having a son.
Yeah.
Then again,
I should get one of those.
yeah. Well, I recommend it. It means you get to watch lots of SpongeBob.
This,
Yep, I was wrong. The audience also got it right.
which leaves only
We
you.
make Krabby Patties,
Follow me.
which are hamburgers.
Made of crab.
Cheney just
Welcome to
asked what the fuck is a
17.
SpongeBob in the chat. It's a
Dang, I have the exact same
cartoon.
knowledge.
I love
I
using
got you.
Cousin Aloysius's magic props.
Oh, this game.
Pick a space inside the box to hide. When this was used in magic shows, there were safeguards inside to prevent injury. But don't worry, I took... Any good magic trick needs some helpful volunteers.
Yep,
Good
here
news,
comes.
I'm giving you a sword.
Yes.
Oh.
On your device, choose a row or a column to run your sword through.
I'm
I've always hated magic.
gonna die.
Magic! This trick usually
Woohoo!
fails
Eddie.
at parties.
You did
I
it.
survived! I am
Most
not one of the
audiences are
dead.
full of stupid people, but this audience has a real chance of winning. Fingers crossed.
What?
Yeah. Good
Whoever
job,
you
audience.
are in the audience right now, damn you.
Suck more.
Let's keep moving.
I think it's funny when
What
the
would
audience
you not
wins.
find in a classic game of Hungry Hungry Hippos?
Murder. Oh, jeez.
That is a good one.
I actually don't know.
These all sound like they're in the game.
I did, right? Yeah, I'm
I
trying to get in
know-
my head. I'm like,
I'm
I
fairly
think,
certain there's a pink hippo, but I can't remember which one it replaces.
but that would be red, right?
I have not played Hungry Hungry Hippos in well over 30 years, so
Time's running out. Who picked this?
I did.
I did.
Damn it.
So did the audience.
The rest of you, I want to show you something.
Fight,
I
fight,
went for
fight,
blue
fight,
as well,
fight, fight, fight. Red hippos go faster.
I'm feeling charitable. You each get $500.
What?
Give
Thanks.
some of that money to your friend. The person with the most cash at the end will die. But there's a catch. If one of you ends up with $800 or more, I'll kill the other one instead.
Oh, interesting.
I got to guess who was gonna die. That was fun.
Interesting. That's actually an interesting game.
Yeah.
How hard
Tell
do you
him,
push
Corbin.
it?
Time for fiscal revelations.
Right.
You can
Aha.
afford a very nice
That was
coffin.
nice of me. It would be awkward to kill or GM Corbin, yes.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
We're here. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round. Next question. What would an astronomer say about an object with non-circular orbit?
Pretty sure I know this one. Mostly from Star Trek.
Yeah, I think same. I could be wrong, but
Who picked this?
Yes.
oh,
Woo!
I didn't.
Did you say erratic?
Yeah, I fucked up.
One of you is still alive.
I think
Time
technically
for
you could have an
consequences.
erratic orbit.
I think you can, but I don't know.
Math! It's back,
Oh, no.
baby!
No, not the math
Do
one.
as much math as you can
Oh,
before
God.
time runs out.
I'm an English major.
Everyone else will be playing along. If one of them
Yes.
does better than you,
Oh, Jesus
it's
Christ.
punishment
You die.
time.
Well, good the game design doesn't
Let's
involve
go.
too much math.
I hate all of you. I can hear you.
Numbers come in all shapes and sizes.
I'm doing the best I
You just
can.
gotta love that. You're running out of math time.
Doing the best I can.
Ah, crap. I botched.
Oh, you're one of
Oh.
those people, huh?
Okay, go me.
Good job.
Yeah.
Simple addition and subtraction is one of those things that like my customer
Let's
service
try
brain
another
does it
one.
instantly because of making
'Cause of
change at
change.
restaurants.
Traditionally
Yep.
find in a crudité appetizer.
What?
A whole bottle of tequila if you're Dr. Oz.
Sure.
I mean, I'd say it's crud, Mike.
Time's almost up. Who picked this? Only a ghost got it wrong. That's no
Yeah.
fun. Let's keep moving. Who is the little red-headed girl that Charlie Brown adores?
Oh, I don't know.
She has a name?
She has a name?
We gotta think back to when that show was made.
I don't think she was named in the show. If she was named, it would have been in the comic, which is very, very old. Yeah, Deep Lore, damn right.
I think they're
This is the
playing
Peanuts lore
Trivia
we're here
Murder
for.
Party and we're getting Peanuts questions. Like, this is very, very
Almost
scary.
out of time.
I was
Who picked
expecting this to be...
this?
Oh, well. Screw it. We all did so well.
Everyone is wrong.
Now we're all
Come
dead.
with me.
How does that work? The killing.
Let's see if you put the dumb in dumb waiters.
Well, that's just mean.
Everyone pick an elevator door. If you all pick the same side, you all live.
Oh,
But
jeez.
if there's a split decision, I will kill everyone on the heavier side.
Ah,
I mean, we could just say
Talk
what side
amongst
we're gonna pick,
yourselves.
but that's not
No,
good.
seem
that's
trustworthy.
cheating.
It says talk amongst
Right.
yourselves.
No.
oh,
I'm going right.
Let's
I
see
don't
where
know.
you all landed.
We're dead.
Oh,
okay.
Ah!
Well... When do I get my money?
only one of you is still alive.
I'm happy to cash out now.
You know what that means. You've made it so far, but can you escape?
Ready,
I'm
Eddie?
going to
We're gonna
give you a
chase you.
category.
Yes. I'm going for it. Let's do it.
McDonald Land characters. Tap each answer that fits the category and then press let's see the right answers. You move
Really?
forward one space for each correct answer.
I had no idea Birdie Billy Birdie won.
You're a little bit closer to escaping. Oh wait,
I am.
did you think it was going to be just you? Oh,
Yes.
that's cute.
Because I've
If
never
your
played this
boss
game
catches
before.
up with you, they will steal your life force. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And they get a third chance to help them catch up to you.
Oh, ghosts get a third option.
Time is almost up.
Just so
Ghosts
that
are
the listeners, viewers know, this is exactly what Curseborne is like.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Trivia questions and you die.
Yeah.
German composers.
Oh, bugger.
I'm going too easy on you. Ranks of organisms in taxonomy.
Like
Oh,
the
that's
announcer doesn't
appropriate.
know how to say taxonomy.
Probably AI. That's what I put everything down to now when I don't like it. We need to use genus in Curseborne now.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
I like that the audience is also still
It's
winning.
only darkness.
Yeah.
Fictional doctors.
What?
Yeah.
Time is almost up.
Yeah, I wouldn't call doing paperwork art, Alan, unless it's origami.
A
Can
lot
be.
of lucky guesses.
I didn't know who Richard Kimball
come on.
was.
Come on, come on, come
Vodka
on.
brands.
See, at first,
Well,
I know
that
every time
ain't
he's. I always know the ghost answers, but I don't always know the other ones.
Bombay Sapphire is gin, Fireball is whiskey.
You can't outrun that ghost forever.
Yes, I can. Because I have spells.
Agatha Christie mysteries.
Okay, that first one is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is. I'm pretty sure I know this, but it's been a minute since I've read Agatha Christie.
Nuts.
Yes.
Ugh,
Whew.
I gotta get some harder questions.
Go Dixie! Go little Dixie Ghost!
The ghost stole your life force.
Yeah, because you get extra answers.
But whoever Stash is...
Not so fast. If you want to break through that barrier, you'll need a perfect answer to this question. And that includes the third answer choice now, too.
Palindrome.
Time is almost up.
Damn
And
it.
this one because I
Well,
can't read.
congratulations, Stash, whoever you were.
I was so close.
I think that's the person who has defenestrate in their name in the chat.
Yes.
We exploded!
Well, that is typical of role-playing games. Burn
Yes.
the building down. Well done, Auto Defenestrate.
And obviously, this hotel is a strange place.
Do we want to play again?
We've got enough time for one more, I think. So, yeah. By all
Let's
means,
reboot it so other
join
people can jump in.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do
It's-
that, Eddie, since you took
Oh,
the VIP
sorry.
spot.
That's right.
All right, so you need, if you want to play, it is jackbox.tv, and the room code is right on the screen.
There, I waited a second, so now you can look for it.
I would have gotten it last time, but I mistyped because I'm on my phone, and I just typed the wrong first letter. So we have room for one more if anybody wants to join.
Well, I mean, it's filling up.
Oh, there we go.
Killed me with
Right.
money. There we go.
Anybody else can join the audience?
I got a full game. I've never played a full game of this.
Corbin, killing you with money seems like a perfectly nice thing to do. Can we skip this time, Eddie?
I can skip
I
it
can't, but Dixie can.
Okay, yeah.
because now I'm the VIP.
I'm feeling competitive, damn
This
it.
is your wake-up call.
I see.
Prepare
Do it.
to die.
Don't need all this FMV, CGI nonsense.
Welcome to Trivia
Give me
Murder
the
Party.
questions.
This isn't an ice cream lovers convention after all, but a game of dire consequences. Only one of you will survive. Anyway, we know you have many choices for your murder hotel needs, and we're grateful you chose us.
I like your
Yeah,
little
murder
fish
hotels.
guy, Eddie.
Question.
Isn't he great?
What is rocket?
I know this.
I know this too
this.
because I watch a
Use your
lot
device to answer
of
the
Taskmaster. In the last episode, they had to put Rocket in their pocket.
Ah.
That ad came up on my Curseborne video earlier today
The rocket?
on YouTube.
Or
Yeah,
Taskmaster.
about putting rocket in your pocket. So yeah, clip from that episode.
And the correct answer is... Who got the question right?
Wow.
Wow. Pretty even split.
The rest of you, it's time.
That's one of the weirdest, like, British versus
Welcome
American
to
things to me is the
105.
Rocket Arugula thing.
Yeah.
The lost art of letter writing.
I'm really good at this one, but I'm not
I'm
playing.
going to dictate a message to
Yeah.
you. Write down as much of what I say as you can. The player who writes the fewest of my words will die. Get your typing fingers ready because I'm starting right now. Dear police, no need to stop by again. That's quite enough. That said, Officer Jones and Officer Smith are a delight. Officer Smith did a pratfall in some carpet blood. Officer Jones took a video for social media. I retweeted it. Time's up. Okay, now let me just look back at my beautiful words as
Well, this game came out a few years ago, Matthew.
No,
I am especially disappointed with one of you.
Oh, I think that's the
I'd seem
person I
like a
guessed would die.
maniac if I sent this letter.
I think someone's trying to die.
I like that Cheney identified the font immediately.
Yeah, if only there were some trivia questions about that.
Right.
Surprise!
Faces ahead by
The end of
$100.
your life isn't the
Yeah,
end
because I
of your
guessed that Kitty was
participation.
gonna die.
Keep playing and you just might steal someone else's life force and win the game. Oh, also, there's an audience in the game. If they survive, you die.
I like the weird
Hot tip,
multi-headed
you can join the
audience
at any
avatar.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's like Rich's stuffy doll, but with more heads.
Yeah, kinda.
Let's try another one. Which of these authors spent some time in prison?
I think I know the answer to this.
Yep.
It's like one of two people in my brain, so I'm not sure.
To be fair, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure on one. I'm not quite so sure. Maybe a second one.
Yeah, if this were multiple choice, I would be stumped. But
Yeah,
luckily
yeah.
it isn't.
It is multiple choice.
Time's almost up.
There's 4 choices.
As in, sorry, if you can make more than one
Yes.
choice.
If I could
Yeah.
make more than one choice, I would have picked 2 of them.
This.
Damn it, that was my other
Corbin,
one.
don't put
Yep.
the answers in the text.
The rest of you who are still alive,
Well, if they're guessing, that's fine.
time for consequences. Welcome to room 227.
Shame. Shame on you.
Let's roll them bones.
Oh, I love dice.
Roll as much as you want to add to your score. I'll kill the player with the lowest score. But go over 21 and you die instead.
Oh no.
Oh,
And
look,
don't
going
forget,
dice just like in
If
Curseborne.
they roll a skull, that adds
Yeah,
one
this is
to
actually
everyone's score.
this is exactly how the game works.
Yes.
This is a game for people who like blackjack but hate using cards.
I keep rolling really low.
Ooh, busted. Explosions really are the best outcome for this game.
I rolled a bunch of 2s.
Yes. Matthew and I are in the lead.
I mean, she's
Oh, no,
special.
Diamond's in the lead.
But not for long, Mr. What?
Yes! Kilbornist! Ah!
Eddie's in the lead.
I am rewarded for murdering people. I like this.
Let's
Good job.
keep moving. What's lighter than air?
A lot of things.
That's a good one.
I don't actually know, based on this list.
I'm walking on air, Corbin. I'm not lighter than air.
Are you walking
it does
on
help
sunshine?
To be lighter.
Leave it or not,
Almost out of time.
I'm walking on air.
Never thought I would feel
Who picked this?
Yes.
Dixie did. Farts are lighter than air.
Yes, they are.
Follow me.
That's why cows are killing us all.
Pegs! You're going to drop down this
the
board
pegging
and try to
contest.
avoid the death zones. Someone needs to pick which slots are death zones.
I'll do it.
Go ahead, everyone else.
We all get to pick
Choose
one.
a slot to make it no bueno. Okay.
We picked
This is
so
fine.
many death
Games
zones.
begin. Pick a spot to drop from.
Good luck, Robert.
Ever heard of chaos theory?
Nope.
Well, this
nope.
is chaos fact.
Maybe. Nope. 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 Nope.
They don't call
Goodbye.
them death zones for nothing.
We're seeing a lot of explosions now. So it's the OG Pathcast crew and Alan, who has been a guest on the Pathcast, I believe.
Yeah.
We're here. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round. Next question. What type of rock is chalk?
Lots of science questions.
Yeah.
Rich is joining us in voice right now, but I don't think he's playing.
Okay.
Right, well, I mean, you have to know this if you're going to get rid of a
Who
body.
picked this?
Oh no!
I want to show you something.
At least I said I admitted him.
First time I tried to get rid of a body, I used limes, actual fruits, and it just took a long time.
Time to try to
Loads
save
of ants.
yourself with a password. Enter a real 4-letter word with your device.
Okay.
Don't make it easy. If someone cracks your password, you die. Now everyone else will try to crack the password.
Ah, okay.
As a
Flashing up
team,
on the
guess the
screen.
password on your device. You get a clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot.
Masterminds.
If anyone figures out the password before time runs out, I will reward you all.
Uh-oh.
Don't be greedy
Uh-oh.
about what letters you figure.
Uh-oh.
I hope
There
you
we
do
go.
a better
Damn
job
it.
with your bank account password.
I almost cracked it. I had gotten to fast. I was trying to figure it out from the AS.
I ran through some rude words first, knowing Eddie's puerile.
That's why I double bluffed you. I figured you'd try that.
Let's try another one. Which internal organ is capable of regenerating tissue rather than scarring?
Clearly the brain.
Clearly, obviously. I actually don't know this.
I'm sad that nobody can see me dancing, but I am
I
dancing to
don't
all
want
the
anyone
music.
cheering on the audience. The audience don't deserve your cheers, your applause.
Who picked this?
I did not.
Well, you're also a dead fish, so.
Time for consequences.
That's rude. Dead fish doesn't mean it can't be a
are
good
a dead
ghost.
See if the safe players are good at forgery. Oh, hey, look! The ghost of my Aunt Mildred is writing on this mirror. She has her own consistent handwriting. Now, Aunt Mildred is going to write a different word. But so will all the safe players. Draw a word on the mirror, and maybe you'll trick someone into thinking it's Aunt Mildred's. Go ahead and start writing. Watch closely. One of these new words will be a word written by Aunt Mildred's ghost. So many convincing words to choose from.
Is
Now,
that cologne?
type the
Did it
word
say
that Aunt Mildred
cologne?
wrote, or you die.
It was alone. No.
Would the real Aunt Mildred please stand up? Oh, that's a weird mistake. Let me show you what's behind the looking glass.
Is it an explosion?
It's death.
Oh, that was
Bear trap.
kind of gruesome.
The audience is currently in the lead.
Damn it, audience!
You go, audience. Embarrass
Wow.
the actual players.
Get out of here!
Yeah, how dare you? Better put
Let's keep
$7,000
moving.
towards the Kickstarter.
Which is not a Marvel movie.
Oh, I got this.
I'm sure I have this.
Yeah, I think many people will get this.
Yeah.
Who picked this?
Literally, almost everybody.
Only a ghost got it wrong. I don't like seeing that. Let's try another one.
Really, it's just Matthew and Dixie that are alive.
Violin strings are sometimes made of catgut, which apparently isn't made from real catguts at all, but is instead made from what?
Chicken guts.
I've chosen the creepiest answer.
Which answer is the creepiest?
You'll find out in a second.
It. This.
That was not the one I chose. I chose human hair.
Everyone again? You all need to be taught a lesson.
We're gonna have to wrap this up very soon.
It's my old favorite,
We're almost
jealousy.
done.
Our Kickstarter's going live.
I've given each safe player
We
a
have 11
poison
minutes.
pellet. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in.
Oh no. Matthew, what are you gonna drink out of? I'm scared. Everybody's trying to poison me.
Pick a chalice already.
Yeah. Whoever's trying to poison us,
Now
come
it's
with it.
your turn to play. Pick a chalice to drink from. This poison, like all poison, will kill you. So, yum yum.
Not all poisons
Now
kill
let's see
you.
what everyone drank.
They very rarely make you feel better.
No one?
See,
Well,
I knew somebody
that
was gonna do the
sucks.
green one because I thought I would pick it.
Well, that's a real flaw in this
Ah.
game.
I was sure somebody thought I would pick the fucking green cup.
I almost picked the skull one just because.
It
That would be
was,
the one
was
you
the
expect.
obvious choice.
Right. That's why I almost picked it. No one picked the obvious choice.
Let's keep moving. About how long is the Panama Canal?
I don't fucking
Oh,
know.
just so.
2,400 feet. I don't think it's that one. Maybe it is though. I'm not actually sure. It would be a really short canal.
More of a canellet.
I think I've clicked the wrong one. So, this could be
Who
Dixie's.
picked this?
Or maybe not.
I didn't,
Woo!
so it's okay.
Matthew's dead. Probably.
Follow
No,
me.
Dixie's.
Or sorry, Dixie's dead. Probably.
Yeah, don't you woohoo my death.
Woo, dead.
Now we learn obedience.
Oh no.
Follow as many rules as you can before time
Oh,
runs out.
no.
Everyone else is playing too. If
Yes.
any of them correctly follow more rules than you, I will kill you.
I hate this.
Go! There's not a lot for me to do during this game. Well, I guess I'll update my LinkedIn account.
You have LinkedIn?
Almost out of rules time. Well, now I'm mad at everybody.
Wow.
Pardon me.
Well
Good
done.
job, Dixie.
Thanks.
The audience could win this, and then you all die, which would be pretty cool if you ask me.
Well, you know, if the audience wins, it's because we're making Curseborne.
Let's
for the
try another
audience.
one.
Right.
I hope you were a good history
You
student.
stayed alive for way too long. I should have
Where was
just thrown
Cars
that.
2 race car Rip Klutchkonsky born and
I
raised?
don't- I have.
Yeah, here
No
we go.
idea.
Here's where.
I
Oh.
I haven't seen Cars 2. I've only seen Cars 1.
Republic of New Verandia.
That's a different kind of movie. I've seen it.
In your endo. Democratic Republic of Beeps. Oh my god.
That's
these are all
that's
amazing.
a adult movie. There's lots of swearing in it.
This.
Wow.
Oh my God,
that's
that
actually
was the
the
right
Republic of
one.
New
Oh my
Zealand.
God!
I was joking.
Everyone is wrong.
There's no way it
Come
could have
with
been
me.
true. Alright. Someone needs to die.
You have 45 seconds to escape this room, or you die. This is pretty stressful, right? All you need to do is pause and take a deep breath. And when you resume, I know you'll have it all figured out.
What? I don't understand what's happening.
Uh-oh, is the answer coming to you yet?
It is not.
This is pretty stressful.
You were so gonna be like, duh, when you figure it out.
Just clicking around the screen madly now.
Yeah, I'm actually very confused.
Aw, was that too abstract for you?
Yes.
Let's be
Yes.
more concrete.
The audience got it.
Well, people are saying
Ah,
space
crap,
bar,
I
but like
killed
I'm on my
everybody?
phone. I
guess
don't
I'll
have a
bring one of
space
you
bar.
back. It's kind of arbitrary, but you had the most money. Anywho,
Yeah.
the time has come.
But the audience is still winning.
Yeah.
All right, we got 6
All right,
minutes. Let's
time
get
for
through
me
this.
to beat the audience.
Congrats
then.
on making it here alive. But can you
I
escape?
can't pause on my phone.
I'm going to give you a
There's not a
category.
pause button.
World
Oh,
of Warcraft playable classes. Tap
Sorry,
each
I
answer
say
that fits
I
the
haven't
category
played
and then press
World of
submit.
Warcraft before.
Let's see the right answers.
Beastmaster
There'll
is
be
a
an asterisk
for
subsection
every
of
correct
Ranger,
answer.
so that's actually wrong.
You're on your way to
It's
escaping.
true. I played a Beastmaster
Oh
Ranger.
wait, did you think it was going to
Love
be
it.
just you? Aw, that's cute. If a ghost catches you, they'll steal your life force. Then they can try to escape and win the game.
Okay,
Here's
kids, it's
everyone's
time to
next
wrap it
question.
up.
Oh, we know. We're
Yeah.
And
we're
they
getting through
get a
this.
third chance to help them catch up to you.
Find a safe place to
Time is
save.
almost up.
You gotta get going.
For anyone who can't hear, Rich is urging us to.
They can hear
conclude
Rich.
And... Okay.
Those ghosts are closing in on ya. Adult Swim cartoons.
Matthew has to win very quickly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have a son. I was your excuse earlier.
We don't have Adult Swim in the UK.
Oh, we don't? Okay.
No.
You have it if you have
Punctuation
HBO
marks.
Max.
We don't have HBO Max.
No,
It's
we
all
don't.
through now, I think.
This
Whoops,
is
I've
a
lost my
technical
window.
issue here that I don't know that I agree with. But okay. I was afraid they weren't going to put full
Right,
stop, but I
nearly
was
done.
like, that's technically a thing.
Yes.
Don't look behind you. Are you afraid of the dark?
Better be Matthew. You still have homework to do tonight.
Yeah.
K-pop
K-pop
groups.
groups.
What?
Oh, yeah. That was one of my favorite subjects.
I don't know.
Time is almost up.
I think Matthew's gonna win.
Come
Don't
on,
look
one of
back
you needs
because
to
there's
catch
a
me and
ghost
kill
right
me.
there.
I'm trying to lose.
Operas.
I'm just kind of picking randomly now to get this be done in the next 1 minute. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Everybody go
Problem is
fast.
the timer doesn't go any faster. That's the problem.
I know, but everybody answers really quickly.
That one was too easy.
got
Next
3 minutes
question.
I think you're gonna have to shut this off.
Things from the
Dixie.
soul.
Yeah, I think so.
My favorite
Yeah.
things.
All right, we'll just assume that Matthew wins.
Yeah, I win. I always win.
That is the real curse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real curse that
Alright.
Matthew always wins.
Shut this down.
I will. I'm
Is there
gonna
no
flip
one on
this
this
over.
earth that can challenge him?
All right, y'all. Curseborne curse happened. Bye. We're gonna go to live video right now.
You stole some.
We're live now. Hello.
Hello. That was fun.
Hello. We are
Hello?
back. We are back. And Dixie did just overtake me for anyone who was keeping score.
So Dixie won.
Let's say that.
She leaped forward with the Beastmaster question.
That's clearly that was the answer.
Well, this is exciting.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Here we go. 2 minutes to go. Even less than that, really, I think. Since
Yeah,
time
and
doesn't stop.
during this stream, like 25 more people signed up to follow the Kickstarter. So
Is my double audio thing fixed now? Sorry, it was pulling from my mic and from input for some reason. Is that gone?
What?
Someone said
No,
I
there's
had
Someone
double
in the chat
audio.
mentioned it.
I was just making sure that I didn't have it anymore.
Yep.
Cool, fixed.
It
All
is
right,
fixed. Yeah.
guys, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
I'm ready. I've got my turn it on finger ready.
We were earlier
Boop,
talking
boop,
about
press the
finding
button.
it. Get one of those big red buttons that have like a USB cord and have it mapped to the enter key, so you can type it all in. Then just hit the big button when you want to launch it.
I have seen people do that for other things. Like I think the MST one of the MST3 Kickstarters, they had a big red button.
That's
Nice,
cool.
nice.
That's fun.
We don't have that. We don't have that budget, but we do have me staring at the clock and at the launch project, which is a rectangular white button.
That's
Not
not
all
fun.
that exciting. Not, I mean, no,
Get it
no,
together, Kickstarter.
no yelling at Kickstarter about it. It's the same button I've pressed for years here because I have to create it in the account and then have to press the button. So,
I'm just sitting here like I actually updated the
but it's
website
almost time.
earlier.
It's. Oh, I just pressed the button.
You did?
Yep.
Ah, we're
Yep,
live.
yep. It is 7 o'clock.
And it's not.
Get your pledge in.
Congratulations, your project is live.
There it is. All right.
Yes.
Oh no, it's.
Ah!
Oh, yeah, I have to. Yeah, I have it in pounds. I have to change that real quick.
It's going to be good practice for you, Eddie, to keep looking
I
at it
mean,
and trying to figure out what it would be in the US. That's fine.
the problem is that like it changes all the time. All right, there we go. I'll change it back to pounds later.
All right. We're not even out of a 2 minute mark, and we've got one backer. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, no, we have two. We've doubled the number of backers.
Yeah, that means that is a
Triple.
sure thing. We are going to hit the funding because all we were aiming for was $5.
We're actually 110 already. You got 3 digits.
I have seen Kickstarters that have actually done that because that's what they were. They were less about that.
Right.
But 14.
Oh,
Numbers
almost.
go up. Numbers go up. Numbers go burr.
We're almost to just 4 digits now. Already. Boom. Look at this. 1 minute, and we've cracked 25 backers and 4 digits.
Ah!
That's what's gonna be for the next hour. It's just us continuing to reiterate numbers.
I mean, what do you expect?
25 backers.
Listen, all
Whoa.
we can do is look at it and be excited. 36.
Yes. Bravo. Go, go, go.
As people like go in and they look
backers.
at it, they have to
Go,
pick
go,
their
go,
pledge.
Backers. Boop, 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 boop. If you're new to it and you're also watching this, which would be an interesting combination, James will be explaining in updates and stuff, and also we'll answer questions in the comments. If you don't know why the Kickstarter functions the way that it does, like that we give out pieces of the manuscript, sequential pieces more or less, but during the course of the entire campaign, which is 31 days,
Mm-hmm.
the 1st to the 31st, and he's on top of giving us all that information and making sure that
James
folks
is
understand
great.
what it's all about. So he's our Kickstarter concierge. If you are coming to this from our earlier Kickstarters where I was running things, he's about 1 billion times better at this than I was. So
That is also true.
To someone who's just asked, where do I find the manuscript? I appreciate your enthusiasm. You will be sent a link as and when we as and when the Kickstarter starts rolling.
Right.
So please be patient.
James has to put it
you
up.
covered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to back to get access to the manuscript, mind you. But if you do, you will get access to the manuscript.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll go up fairly shortly. I mean, we just pressed the button. James is probably also staring at his computer. Usually there'll be a first up. I see a first comment. Is that James? Yeah, it is. He was ready.
there it is.
Speaking of which,
Oop,
I need to
there
start
it
as
is.
a collaborator on this one, don't I?
Yeah. So if, that's another thing for our usual crew here and Danielle. Now that it's live, I didn't want to disturb it because I was going to press that button, but I will make sure that everybody is on this team is in there as a collaborator.
Cool.
Okay.
Which I love that too. You're a collaborator. Admit
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Collaborator in the curse.
Collaborating with the rebels.
It's
Rebel
Rebel
super
scum.
scum.
fun.
As I chose to go for the, you know, Star Wars Empire, you collaborator, rather than anything real world.
I see a good question there. Is there anything in the Curseborne that will steer players towards trying to fight against their curse? And what about players that want to embrace it to gain power instead? I'd say both are perfectly legitimate ways of playing Curseborne.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The way
100
that
backers.
Yep, the way that lineages and families are set up, something a lot of people have noticed, which is by design, really,
Mm-hmm.
is some of the families are, I guess, and I don't mean they're enemies, but they are more antagonistic than others,
Yeah.
potentially in structure, potentially in the way they treat the accursed within their family. And so there is plenty to rail against if you are looking to fight the power. If you're
One
looking
third of the way
to
there.
if you're
Ah.
looking to fight your curse, you can speak to other accursed, of course. You can explore the mysteries of the setting. You can venture into the outside, these other realms, and try and unlock secrets that will diminish your curse. But in much the same way, you can visit these strange people in creepy corridors and alcoves. You can go out to the outside. You can speak to the elders of your family, the aldermen, the patriarchs and matriarchs to get answers to how to empower yourself and make your curse serve you. So this is all reflected through the mechanics because as you gain in power, you're going to, of course, gain access to more spells and such. But also, you can gain curse dice by basically the simplest way is effectively hurting yourself through your torments to gain a better control over your damnation, which is your overall curse. So yeah, lots of different ways you can play this game, and both of those are equally valid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the things that we're trying to get across. It's really hard to do it without being able to present the whole manuscript, which of course by the time everyone's done, backing at the end of this, you will have 95% finished manuscript. So it there's the sheer opportunity to do what kind of horror gaming you want to do that's in here.
Hmm.
I noticed somebody was asking about, is there going to be politics in here? Is it built in? Yes. We have tried to build in the opportunity and hooks for everybody to play the kind of horror games that they enjoy and that they've been playing, and then also to stretch and try other things, and it's all going to be in there. It is a deep well, is the Curseborne.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
we've tried to do all of that without watering stuff down, without making anything seem mushy or too much. Uh,
Yeah.
we'll see.
And
We'll
that,
see
that ties
if everyone agrees by the time we're through.
right. And that actually ties into a question someone had in the chat about how flexible the game is. And one of the things we're doing with Curseborn is we want to make sure there is some flexibility that if people want to adjust and modify the game, it's relatively easy to do so. But we're not necessarily making a toolkit game. It's not, you have to create the setting. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
present to you a setting with consistent lore. That's one of the designs out of the gate. But as a result of that, because we focus this game on being able to play monsters, uh, part of the question was, can you play a human character? It's like not in this first book. But again, it's pretty easy through story paths to
I mean,
tweak
you
and adjust the
can. It's
path.
just we're not giving you any specific way to do it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's like we're not stopping you from that.
150
And it's
backers.
flexible enough that I think if you look at it, you could probably figure out pretty easily how to do it because Choreograph Ultra is extremely flexible. But we're also trying to make sure we're presenting a strong focus, right? This is a pretty focused game that has a consistent lore that we're trying to present. So, and we're almost to 15,000, like you said. Yeah, halfway there already. Woo!
Just in case anyone's not checking
quite.
the chat, Corbin asked are add-ons applied after the end of the
I was
Kickstarter,
answering
i.e.
that in chat.
dice.
Now I won't.
So did I. I've already done it.
Yeah.
Or do I have to add them on right now? You can do it either way. You will be able to amend your pledge once the campaign concludes. I recommend, if you can afford to put them on now, do so because as with pretty much all of our campaigns, it's the funds gathered during the Kickstarter run that are going to go toward any potential stretch goals.
Mm-hmm.
If you add them later, that is absolutely fine, especially, we don't know what your circumstances are. But doing it now, it will contribute to the overall stretch goal pot.
And for
And because
those,
Right.
this is Kickstarter and people might be used to elsewhere, that we've tried different crowdfunding things, Kickstarter does not charge you until the campaign is final. So
Mhm.
you're not going to get a charge on your credit card as soon as you pledge. It's going to be at the end on the 31st.
Yep.
Is that what you were going to say, Dixie?
Uh, no, but I've kind of forgotten what I was gonna say because that happens. Oh, I was gonna say for those of you who have already backed or who are about to back, James just posted the first backer manuscript, so
There you go.
it is
Go, go,
there
go,
in
go,
the
go,
updates for reading if you want to start reading Curseborne immediately.
Yeah, yeah, you probably don't care what we're going to say now that you've got the text.
Right. And then it looks like it is covering the world, so you get a sense of what the world of Curseborne is like.
Oh, I remember that chapter. That was fun.
Yep.
I remember all the chapters.
I
Um,
vaguely remember this game.
Someone asked in chat. I mean, I don't mind doing a little bit of a kind of a pseudo AMA as we're doing this.
Right.
Um, is it more inclined towards what they say cross splat play,
Hmm.
cross lineage play, or can people play all the same lineage? And absolutely, the answer is both. Um, uh, uh, because other games that present this option usually presents a single option, and then you have to kind of kludge together a cross option. This is the reverse. By presenting the cross lineage option out of the box, it's super easy to kind of just say, okay, we're all going to play one of the same lineage or even the same family.
Hmm.
I think you could have a really fun game by just picking one of the families, saying we're all members of the same family and we're getting deep into this specific family's politics. That is absolutely fine. And I actually have some ideas on how a game like that I would like to run myself. And Matthew just mentioned one of the actual plays was all sorcerers.
Hmm.
So you absolutely can do that if you want to. But because we have out of the gate the option to play those five lineages and they can mix and match means that you have much broader variety of options.
Right. So you've got the mixed game, you've got the lineage, just like Matthew was saying about sorcerers, just a lineage game. You've also got a family game, which is I think what you were talking about, Eddie, where like
Yep.
everybody is a Bathory, let's say.
Right.
And all of those characters, because of the way Story Path Ultra is designed, can be wildly different while still being within the Bathory family. So there's a
Hmm.
lot of room to play out your particular interests and how you like to play.
Right, because how the paths work for those who aren't familiar with Story Path is that if you had all Batherite games, for example, your first two paths would be Hungry and House Bathory, but those give you just a spread of points you can spread. It doesn't say you must take these skills. It just says, here's the four skills you can choose from, attribute allocations. Those can like
Right.
wildly different. And then there's an entire third path, which is your role, which can be anything.
Hmm.
So you could have something like again, just keep using House Bathory because it's great. You can have someone who's much more of a thug. You can have someone who's much more of a social media maven. You can have someone who's much more of a socialite. Someone who's much more of a scientist. And those are all going to bring different things to the table, and you can pick different spells to play. So there is some variety inside of that. Obviously, you're going to have some overlap because you're playing the same family, but
Yeah.
they're not going to be like, oh, we're all playing the same character. There's a lot more depth in that.
Yeah, I always think about it like most Exalted games until we did Essence were like one splat games for the most part. You play like a
Right.
Lunar's game or a Solar's game, and like you can totally do that in Curseborne. Like I think it's awesome to do that. Like you could play a coterie of vampires, for instance. Don't know where I got that word from, but you don't have to, you know.
Right.
I
Um,
saw also in the chat someone asking for playtest stories. The thing is about playtesting, often we are doing it to kick the tires, as it were, so it doesn't always lead to interesting stories, but I did run one that was, and this is a kind of archetype I go to pretty regularly now for any horror game I work on. It involves someone going missing and
40,000.
the
Woohoo.
crew having to find out because a missing person
Two-thirds
case
there.
in Curseborne can go one of two ways. It could be mundane or it could be supernatural. And when those things start crossing over, it can lead to a pretty interesting tale. You
Hmm.
know, has this person been pulled, abducted by something Archon like, some kind of outsider to a liminal space, or were they just taken off the streets by some predator without any supernatural type? I think it's a pretty rote plot, but it presented lots of opportunities for me to explore the mechanics of the game because people were having to use their social powers, their mental powers, and their physical powers in various circumstances. And because the stress is involved in the case,
Hmm.
we were seeing their torments and their damnations come up, which is the whole point. And it's something I recommend anyone playing a horror game or running a horror game for the first time does. The person abducted and the reasons for their abduction is such an easy one to do, and you can make it as grisly or as fun as you like, which I think is also good.
Yeah, I think it's great.
I like how we're all like trying to talk, but we're also all staring clearly at the browser. Like I can see Eddie looking off to the side, just like
Right, yes. It's like I am listening, I am paying attention, but also number go up.
number go up.
Two two
Another
two
question.
backers. Room
Here's
two
a
twenty two.
question that is on our Discord right now. As someone who's only backed something once, Storypath Ultra, thank you very much for supporting us with that. How can we expect rules to change from manuscript when we get it to finished product? That is, well, it's not unanswerable. Typically, it is only in a minor fashion. We don't rework whole sections of books based on what we learn through Kickstarters because, as mentioned, we have playtested this pretty rigorously at this point.
Right.
But that isn't to say there won't be slight changes. Typically, they appear among things like status effects, tags. It's usually when we find out people have used these mechanics in a way we weren't expecting, which is
Right.
what you only discover when you expose this thing to air, really.
Hmm.
Yep.
And you realize, oh, in that circumstance, this mechanic doesn't work as we hoped. Now, sometimes that's absolutely fine. It's basically you can reward
Right,
people for
pretty exciting,
using,
really.
yeah, you can reward someone for using a power in a creative way. But sometimes, if it looks game breaking, we might shave off an edge here or make it or put in a caveat that says this cannot be used in this circumstance. So
Right.
you
Yeah.
might
I
get
mean,
some adjustments.
most of the time it's going to be what I like to call number twiddling. So it's lots of like adjusting numbers here and there, but also on that same level, like maybe we should clarify this rule slightly. So add a sentence to kind of clarify this point, or oh, there's an unintended interaction here. So let's like Matthew said, let's um, more elegantly try to find a way to make sure that interaction gets resolved. But like it's not like you're gonna see like oh, someone didn't like the name of this family, so we're going to change it. That's not going to happen.
No.
Or hey, let's throw this entire subsystem out and redo it. No, that's not going to happen either. So this is much more refinements and adjusting because, like Matt said, this as you expose things to players, they're going to find things we didn't think of, and also we have been so inside this manuscript and lived inside this book for so long. There's stuff that I guarantee all of us are not just looking right past. So that's why I just did a blog today about this. We
Mhm.
did something unusual for our projects where we actually did talk to some of our streamers and a
Hmm.
couple of other people and look a little bit at community conversations and go, okay, that's something we should probably adjust ahead of the crowdfunder to make this as polished as possible
Yeah.
because we were just looking at so much that some of stuff's like, oh, we didn't, that wasn't clear. Okay, let's clarify that.
Mm.
One example was we did write somewhere how many curse dice you start with, but it was just in a very bizarre place that in retrospect, it's like, oh, that's probably not the place we should have explained that. Let's
Yeah.
move that rule to somewhere that's a little clearer.
Yeah, I mean, when you're trying to do the Ashcan, you've got a very limited amount of page space to get everything in there, and sometimes the hacking and slashing of what materials goes where can leave things. It's in there, but it's not necessarily in there where you'd want it to be in the actual book itself. So
Mm.
it's there to give people a taste. It's there to give people a chance to play around with it a little bit, and then we have this time around certainly, and I think most of the times around we've listened to people's feedback on that and have made adjustments based on that.
Yep.
Hmm.
But going forward, James, if he hasn't already, will be providing a link to a Google form. So if you have further feedback, we really, really do need people to put it there. We would love to hear it. We would love to review it.
We're not gonna remember
But
it
yeah,
if you
with
don't put it
everything
there.
going on now, we have a month of lots of exciting things we're going to be doing and talking about and promoting and keeping track of. So it's really just to everyone's benefit. The whole team will really appreciate it if you put it in that form. That way, it's all in one place. We can review it. And also allows us to do things like, oh, 6 people mentioned the same or very similar things. That may be something we should actually look at and then try to clarify, as opposed to one person has a very strong opinion that we don't necessarily agree with. Do not report page XXs.
And
I
also
saw
spell my
you.
name right.
Oh,
Someone
James
did.
Bell says the backer link is in the first update. So there you go. Or the
Yes.
feedback form.
And also, somebody asked when they'd be able to actually play a game of it working off the manuscript. If you look at the first backer only preview, it tells you when everything's coming. I would say the 25th is when you get the story guiding chapter, and after that, all you're missing is antagonists, which you could probably kludge together if you need to before that. But you will
That
have
could
the
work with
whole
the ones in the
thing.
ash can.
Yeah, but you can have you'll have the whole thing as of the 29th of October, according to the current update list. So
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and as Rich said, yes, the Ash can has adversaries in it, and also our blog. We posted 3 or 4 blogs with adversaries in. So, and given that that also demonstrates a great many of the qualities and dread powers, the basically mechanical heft that adversaries have, you can very easily use a lot of those powers from those the Ash can and the blog
yeah,
to create new adversaries.
we also built
So you
some on the
won't be waiting
Pathcast.
long. We do also have. I saw someone in the Discord asking about character sheet. We have an unofficial one that we will find a way of distributing to people should they want it. This is not a finished version by any means. It is not an in-house product. Something one of our freelancers, Chris Jones, put together, and Chris is a fantastic person for doing so. So thanks, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we will make sure that gets out to people who want to play the game early.
We're almost at 25K. I'm so excited,
I
and I love
know.
that Kickstarter made us a project we love.
Already?
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
They did
Fantastic.
that. They did
It
that because of
was
the pre-signups.
yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we actually
Mm.
had that
Wow.
distinction already, but it makes me happy that it's already there. It's,
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. We don't get that very often. That's nice.
yeah.
Can we
Uh,
fund before the half hour? Maybe. I don't know. That'd be awesome if we did in a half an hour. Would that be our fastest if we did in a half an hour?
It wouldn't.
No.
It would be our fastest
New game?
new game. It would be our
yeah.
fastest
Right.
like Onyx Path owned game.
Mm.
I do believe.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, yes,
Uh,
because some of the established games, those fund very quickly, but that's very different.
Here's a question from Torch Dragon on our Discord. Is there an intention for a hub and spoke I'll say that again. Hub and spoke style of development where the core book introduces basic principles for each of the lineages with an expectation to do deeper dives in future projects, or is the core book intended to be an omnibus right out of the gate? What do you think, Rich?
I think the former rather than the latter.
Yeah.
This
Never
is the
heard of Hub and
start.
Spoke. That's interesting.
This is the start of it, and then we will continue to put out more books and more projects, and based on what people's feedback is to us, as well as our own interest in how do we want to present this world. But there is, again, I'm probably going to be a broken record about this. There's so much depth to this
Mm.
that we have to proceed that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What we did not want to do is create an intimidating 600-page volume. Um, we really want a lot of people to
We've
feel
done that in other
comfortable.
games.
Right. We've gone down that road plenty of times. In this instance, we really want people to feel comfortable picking it up and thinking that, hey, I can encompass it. I can get my head around this. There's not so much in there that uh, I'll just read this and probably never get a chance to play it because there's just too much for me to cover.
Yeah.
It's very, it's not a simple game in terms of the simple, but it is it's more than one page. So, but it is certainly not 600, and we really are looking forward to expanding on the world, expanding on the lineage, expanding on the families, and a lot of other aspects to the Curseborne world.
Yeah, something I just to follow on from something you were saying earlier, Rich, and someone referenced is basically a concern. Is the game going to feel flat because there's so many options early on? And I completely think not. What one thing I actually encourage people to do, and we've done this with lots of games we've worked on before. Sometimes you look at a playable option and you might think, I
Mhm.
don't want to play the stereotype. I don't want to play what's depicted in the art or something like that.
Absolutely.
And I think with Curseborne, I wholeheartedly encourage you to play the stereotype. I wholeheartedly, if you feel like you want more
300
information,
backers.
Woohoo!
you want more information on Curseborne, that will come. Play into a family, what it's depicted as in the manuscript. It will make you feel comfortable. You'll have lots of resources there in the manuscript that caters to that stereotype, archetype, call it what you prefer. And as the game develops, you're going to see more and more examples of what a sphinx might look like or what a
Mhm.
batherite might
Hmm.
look like. But
Mhm.
if you're uncertain, go with what we've presented in the manuscript, and you will find lots of options. And that's one of the reasons we have got so many families, so we can provide all of those options up front.
What kind
Yep.
of curseborn do we think my cat is? Somebody asked in the chat.
A sphinx,
Oh, definitely
clearly.
primal. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a horrible gremlin, is what she is. I just had
That's a
to deal
sphinx in
with the
wild
fact
form.
she went under my camera and then like almost knocked my microphone over. And I was trying to like
Yeah.
get her off the desk. And she was like, "No, I'm just gonna be here." I was like, "Thanks,
Yep.
thanks."
This is where I
Yeah.
live now.
Get out of here, Vesper.
I don't know how people function doing this kind of stuff, with cameras and mics and all the rig setup and everything like that, and then a cat that just doesn't give a crap.
Yeah,
It's
cat.
like, yeah, it's what? No, that's I don't even know what that is. I'll just knock it out of the way.
Yeah, she did knock about three things off my desk, so I'll have to deal with that in a minute.
Less than $3,000 to go.
And I know we've mentioned it already,
Excuse
but
me.
I'm going to mention it again because this is a very important thing. We do have early bird pricing on the slipcase edition, and get in while the cost is low,
Mm-hmm.
and get hold of your slipcase edition. It is looking absolutely beautiful, and I don't think you'll regret it. It's yeah, stunning piece of work.
Yep.
Look, very much looking forward to seeing people post about what they have backed for. It's absolutely we love whether you're backing for PDFs or print copies, and it's always interesting to see what people are
To,
going for.
to this day, people are still trying to get their hands on the Making of Exalted book that went into the slipcase edition for Exalted when it first came out, and that's where we have a Making of Curseborne that's going to be in this slipcase.
Wait,
So
It's just
you
pictures of all of us drinking heavily. That's what it
it
is.
may well be but it may be the same sort of situation where people are trying to get it years later. So jump in now, get it at a discounted price and a early bird price, and boom, less than 2,000 to go.
Indeed. As we were talking, we just passed 28. So if we get 2,000 next 3 minutes, we can fund this in half an hour.
ah,
Ah,
Muppet flailing, because I'm on fire or possibly drowning.
Yes, yeah, it's always important to know the difference.
I'm not sure which one it
I've
is.
found.
Start shrieking like Beaker and running around in a circle.
yeah.
Me, 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 me.
Oh man, I did not know people were still looking for that exalted making of. I
Yes,
should sell
I've
ours.
actually seen that. Neil would be upset.
He would. He would. We
He likes
definitely.
he likes pulling up the old pictures of me and going, "Look, Rich, Rich had brown hair."
Baby Rich in his little vest.
It's
Little,
right. That was my look.
it was a good look, honestly.
Wow, there's only 7 early bird pricing slipcases left. So they're going
Woohoo!
fast.
Ooh,
They are pretty
yeah,
cool.
we are a hair's breadth away, everybody.
Oh god! Oh god!
Breathe.
So, Rich,
Air.
what lineage are you going to go for your first character?
Oh, go to hell, Matthew.
Oh, an outcast.
I do enjoy the Outcast, I have to say.
Mm.
I like that kind of booted from another place and stuck in this one.
Mm-hmm.
As I think I mentioned on one of our things, I used to tell my parents that when I was a little kid. I was from another planet, exiled to Earth. I was a prince on that planet. It's a very early anime reference, if anybody's aware, in on that.
It's actually a few different ones. I don't know which one exactly you're referring to.
Well, it has prince in it, and it has planet in it. The
Still not
title,
narrowing it down.
just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
That could be Kinnikuman for all you know.
Too old, too old. You're thinking Looney Tunes, Rich.
No.
Da-da.
Wacky races. That's your era.
Many ways.
As though I was wrong. I chat was incorrect informing me correctly. There are 50 of the early bird slipcases left, but that's already half of them gone.
You just created a rush on the bank there. Eddie.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Eddie. You get my hopes up. You son of a-
Sorry, I listened to chat and I should know better.
Well, according
Last
to
time he's invited to one of these.
according to what I'm looking at, it says there's 7 left of 100.
I see 50 of 100.
Well, reload your thing. Mine says there are 93 backers who have backed at that level.
I don't want to go look at it. I want to see this thing flip over.
I'm looking. Yeah, you're right. Okay, my apologies. I did not refresh. Yes, it is only 7.
Wow, we
Yeah.
just sold 43 of these things.
Yes, clearly. In the 1 second it took me to refresh.
In Matthew's
I'm that
logic,
good.
Yes.
We are a little over 1,000.
Ooh,
Sorry,
less
just
than
under
1,000
away.
Ah!
Mhm.
Fun.
less than 800.
Okay. The day that Mike Cheney tells me the internet better, I clearly have failed some fundamental level.
Less than 7.
Well,
100.
viewers, listeners who are tuning in to find out when this funds, I should take this time to point out that we have a lot of actual plays running of Curseborne. So
We do.
if you don't think you're going to be able to get a game going soon, but you want to see how it plays, maybe even
Less
if you just
than
want a rules
500.
clarification, we have got actual plays all over the place on Onyx Path Twitch channel. So that's twitch.tv/Onyx Path, or the Onyx Path,
Less
I
than
should say.
4.
We have a very grim,
Wow.
horrific Curseborne game on Red Moon Role Playing right now. We have
Yes.
a more fun, light-hearted Curseborne game on my YouTube channel right now, with Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena and the Native Beast Nyla Rose as players, along with Bridget Jeffries of
Amazing.
Symphony Entertainment and the wonderful Laura. And yes, that game has gone down very well. So there's lots of places you can check Curseborne out. If you want to see how it plays, we have demonstrated that there's lots of different ways you can play
Less
it.
than
And
200.
that's we are one generous backer away.
We're so close.
Yes.
Still less than 200.
I can keep doing my auctioneer thing and just keep rambling and rambling
Yeah,
without seeing.
and
I'm very good at that.
Why regard?
I'm
I
very
have found
good
it good to just like let you just keep going. There we go.
Hey!
at that. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm off down the pub.
Right, drink it. Drinks.
No,
Woo,
Rich,
woo,
get
woo.
that deposit on the golden yacht. I'll meet you in Bermuda.
I'll see you in Venice. Pearl of the Adriatic.
I'm just gonna
Yes.
round
Or the
it.
Queen of the Adriatic. Sorry, Queen of the Adriatic.
I'm just gonna round it and say we funded it in half an hour. I don't care what anybody else says.
Well, so
mean,
like,
yeah,
that's what we've
30
done for the past 2
minutes.
years. We have not hit a round number for 2 years. It's always been a minute after this, 2 minutes before that. It's very hard to get people excited about. Woo! Funded in 4 minutes and 57 seconds. You know.
Right.
You know, as well, I would say that there was a short gap between you pushing the red button and it starting. Let's call it 1 or 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, certainly, time being a flat circle, it just happened.
If I had hit refresh earlier, perhaps it would have funded exactly in half an hour.
Yeah. It's
all
your
Eddie.
fault.
Again, Mike was right. You've got it.
I have the internet better. Clearly, that's the answer.
And time is a flat circle in certain liminalities. I don't recommend you visit them because you'll see various versions of yourself coming to meet you.
Hey,
and they're not happy.
everybody who's back so far, thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even if it's
this is a huge relief.
32 minutes instead of a half an hour. Thank you so much for backing. And where now I'm going to go look at the doohickeys, the
The
limiteds.
tears.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
I really didn't want to look away.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do have some questions because we were doing a lot of explaining then. I haven't been keeping track of all of them, but I'll answer this.
I guess I got
Um,
to refresh.
is there or will there be a way in the game to curse somebody so that they would become Curseborne? Very nice, so becoming a curse. Not at this tier of play right now. That's not to say you can't do it narratively. You absolutely can.
Right.
But that is something that you would look for in characters of a higher entanglement.
Hmm.
These characters are, I know it's an often trotted out phrase right now, but these are your street level accursed. They are going to be more concerned with what's directly in front of them. Though you can, of course, get involved in conspiracies, in weird shenanigans, horrific, supernatural, and otherwise. The idea of passing on the curses is probably not important to your characters at this time, in my view.
Right.
You can change it as much as you like in your games, and it will not break anything. So what else have we got here? Someone suggests the Muppets as a Curseborn lineage. Yeah, we'll just speak to Jim Henson about that.
I'm
Uh,
sure that license is just lying around pick up for like
Take
peanuts.
yeah.
the puppet archetype from Cyclops' cave and just
Add it to they
play
came
it in
from.
Curseborne.
Yeah.
Yep.
Biker Mice from Mars. The Adversaries chapter does actually have something about were-rats in it, so you may not be too far off there, Red. Um, what else do we have? Oh, at the time of reading, there was only one early bird slip case left. That may be gone now.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. We are so
So
excited.
excited. And I mean, that's something. Well, Matt's up for questions. I kind of want to point out, like, yes, we this is our what 75th crowdfunder, and except with one exception, and that was frankly because of COVID. We always funded, and that's great, but we never take it as granted that we will.
Mm.
Every time, I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I know for
We're far
me,
too neurotic for that.
right. Every time I'm on a project, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just hyperventilate for an hour or two. Okay, cool, it's funded. Great. Now I can sleep. So uh, when we say, hey, thank you very much, I mean, obviously, we do mean that, but I mean, it really does mean a lot because this is huge for us.
Hmm.
And this is something that we're very excited. We're excited about all of our games, but this is something a little bit special. And to see that certain people are into it does mean a lot.
Hmm.
And so I just want to take a moment to really say, like, the fact that we not only funded, but funded so quickly, and we already have 378 backers, and we're not even the first hour in.
Yeah.
These are just a fantastic indication that y'all are very happy with what we're doing so far, and that means a ton.
We got a direct message in the for the Kickstarter that asks, "Do I need the Story Path Ultra rule book in order to play this, or is it all Curseborn? I just get this book and I can play it." And it's the second part. It's you do not need Story Path Ultra.
Nope.
The rules manual to play this, everything is self-contained inside the um, Curseborn core rulebook, which is what we're kickstarting. If you have the Story Path Ultra book, that can provide you with even more options that aren't covered by kind of what we want Curseborn to be. But you're welcome around your table to do whatever you want, obviously.
Right, like as an example, when I first started working at White Wolf, I got a phone call pretty early on, like my second day of the office, of someone asking me some mage questions because they wanted to set their game in space. It's like, how do I play mage in a sci-fi setting, mages in space?
Hmm.
And so it's a lot of me going, that's not what the books are for, but you can do what you want.
Yeah.
But like if you get
Well,
something like Core
first
Math
edition
Sword
was.
Manual, it'll give you the advice to say, hey, here's how you could actually add sci-fi elements if you wanted to do Curseborne and space opera or whatever, you absolutely can.
Hmm.
That's not something that we'll very, very highly unlikely we'll ever go that route with the core game, but because it's all based on Ultra, it's pretty trivial to say, oh, hey, I really like how this, core manual explains things. I'll just add this piece in.
Mm.
Yep. And that is, I think that's another one of the reasons why we wanted to get the Story Path Ultra core manual out before this was to show that uh, Ultra can you can play any of these games connected if that's what you wanted to do, um,
Hmm.
and you can do none of those games and play a Story Path Ultra rule set. But that's probably not something we really want to talk about while we're kickstarting Curseborne, which we want people to
Right,
get.
Right.
right, right. And no, we don't go to people's houses and take their books away if they're playing wrong.
I mean,
I do.
That's for
I do.
Pinkertons to do.
Yeah.
Mike, Mike will if you give him I think sandwiches and a plane ticket.
It's like a removal service. He doesn't do it with any hostility. He comes in gently, removes your books, says thank you very much. He even brings
We
his own
rehomed them.
packaging. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
Um,
if he's already filled up, he might leave you a sandwich.
just to clarify something, because apparently there was a little bit of panic, there are still slipcase editions available.
Yeah.
They are just not
Yes.
the early bird slipcases. There
Right.
are still,
Correctamundo.
you can absolutely still back at that
They
tier.
just cost a little
Uh,
bit more.
a little bit more.
But they're well worth it.
Mm.
Oh yes, they look absolutely amazing.
And you get so much cool stuff with them. Like we said, we're doing that. Making you get the we're doing like a heavy duty story guide screen. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm like I
4 panels.
like Mike's been super excited about that. I know he really wanted to do like a nice like heavy cardstock kind of one,
Chunky.
chunky, as opposed to creamy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Our previous screens have been the creamy variety. They're a little messier, but they're quite nice and lovely. Um, and we really needed to work with a printer who was capable of doing the heavier duty ones
Hmm.
once again, and we finally found them. So right in time for Curseborne.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Also, the dice are
Almost.
cool.
Couple more people. Come on.
I love that we're offering dice.
Yep.
Yes.
oh, I'd like to say this. Thank you
About that.
so much to all of the new people. I mean, we are, of course, incredibly grateful to all of our long-standing fans who have really driven a lot of hype on this game, and we really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your constant support. One thing we've all observed is the sheer number of new people joining our Discord, in particular, the Onyx Path Discord,
Loving
which
that.
can yeah,
Yeah.
which could probably be linked and posting immediately in the Curseborne channel to basically say, "Hey, what's this game about?" And I can well imagine that a lot of them are backers at this early stage. So clearly something has gone right in terms of how we've been promoting this. And it isn't all down to us, Onyx Path. It is down to the fans
Hmm.
spreading the word, going on forums, going on social media, going on to their local gaming groups or shops or what have you, and saying, "Have you heard about this game Onyx Path Publishing's put out?" And I think it is justified, and I know that may sound a bit arrogant, but Onyx Path has a strong reputation for horror games with good reason. It
Hmm.
isn't just because we worked on them, it's because we do damn well with them. We are very, very good at horror games.
Hmm.
We speak that language. We hire excellent freelancers who can likewise speak that language, translate brilliant ideas into gameable mechanics. And yeah, I think we're all very proud of Curseborn and we're all very grateful to you, whether you're new, whether you're established as an Onyx Path fan. We appreciate it.
We absolutely do. We really can't do what we do if we don't have the support, the backing, and the voices of all of the people who like what we do
Hmm.
and get those words out there into the ether, um, or just go next door and tell one of your gaming friends this is a thing
Yeah.
because every little bit helps. One more person helps. It's the famous and so on and so on and so on commercial.
Question in chat is, will this be open up to community content like other games? I
Yes.
don't see why not. Yeah. There's a question for you, Rich, however.
Mm.
Um, Someone's asking if you could share how exciting slash terrifying was the process of creating a whole new game line with all of its potential for the future of Onyx Path.
Um, what was the first couple of parts of that
Sorry.
question?
Can Rich share how exciting slash terrifying was the process of
It was
creating
exciting and terrifying, yes, and it still is.
both of those?
When we get to it, but it was necessary. Um, we really wanted to continue to do horror. A lot of our creators love horror as a
Mm-hmm.
genre, and I've gotten over the years so much both enjoyment, catharsis, everything like that horror gaming is so good for. Um, and we were essentially being in a position of not having a true horror world to develop. So this has been something we've been talking about for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We did some tests. You might notice things like they came from. Uh, now I'm going to.
Beyond the grave?
I was trying to say beneath the grave, and I knew that was wrong. Came from
Beneath
beyond
the
the
sea,
grave.
below the
I
grave.
Yeah, I just laid the book out. I don't know the title of it. Uh, um, and similar sort of touching back into that to kind of see how our audience was, and I know people started to get a clue. Maybe we were up to something when I started asking about folks' interest in horror
Yeah.
and horror as a genre for gaming on the Monday blog. But that was a confirmation of what our creative impulses and our looking at what we wanted to do had already got us on the thing for it. It was more of a gut check moment, more of a kicking the tires of, yeah, okay, we were right to do this. This is good, and hopefully everybody will agree with that after they've had a chance to read the manuscript when um, the Kickstarter runs its course.
Yeah, and we already got our first stretch goals are on the page now. So we're looking forward to making a supplement that we are calling Tangled Webs. That's going to have all kinds of goodies in it if we get the funding. And also looking at doing some more fiction, which is exciting.
Hmm.
We've got all sorts of stuff planned. I mean, this is the first 45 minutes of the campaign for, we're going to run for the next 30 days. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what we've been doing for the past couple of years, you'll see us testing the waters for a lot of stuff. And part of that is looking at some incredible exalted fiction that's been written in the past few years. In fact, the Sidereal's backer novella went out to backers, the PDF,
Methodology
um,
of Secrets, written by
2 weeks
Elliot
ago,
Freeman. Mm-hmm.
2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, and yeah, and we've got some incredibly talented people working on that stuff that we're hoping will also come over and do some Curseborne stuff. So
Yeah, we've got all sorts of folks who want to write fiction. It's so fascinating to me because fiction is one of those things I'm just not amazing at. Like I'm not amazing at plotting out a story and getting it to an end. I'm great at writing like textbook style stuff. Uh so I love seeing the stuff that they produce for our worlds. Like it's always something that I wouldn't have thought of. I'm always delighted to read them. It's one of my favorite things to edit is when we get fiction because I just get to read good fiction and occasionally fix a comma, you know? So yeah,
Mhm.
I look forward to getting some of that out there. I mean, I fondly remember the old, clan novels and things that I was reading in high school. So we get to do our own now for Curseborne.
hmm yeah,
Make
and
your own
that's
game.
really what it is. We've got this immense playground. We have as creative people, and that we hope have will work for you as well. That same way, many options to play and have fun with on the creative end and on the playing end. Hand in hand.
Yeah, super exciting. Do you want to
Yep.
start wrapping this up, y'all? We have
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
hung out. We have funded.
I will need to head off at least in the next 10 minutes. If anyone's got any questions, now is a good time to ask them because we are going to be
Yeah.
winding this up.
I'll wind you up.
Indeed, yeah.
Uh,
Your face.
And of course, we will continue to communicate throughout the run of this Kickstarter. We're planning on several more AMAs,
Mm.
so in different venues, not on the same venue.
Yeah, we got a few places to go. We're going to be doing, of course, all the actual plays that Matthew was mentioning. There's even more coming up. I think on the pre-roll, there's a few already. People are doing like
Hmm.
learn to play, like all this stuff. There's a bunch of sessions on Start Playing that I know that
Yeah.
Tom Muir, our friend, was running a few of them. I think some other folks might be as well. So there are a lot of people already running the Ashcan, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people revising their games in the next few weeks as they read the manuscript. But we've already got a pretty decent little community of players doing this game,
Are
which I think is cool.
are Tom's games mostly timed for more of a European audience?
Yes, unless you're like me and you're happy to play at like 1 or 2 p.m. Because I've thought about joining one before. Because I'm like, I could play a game at 2, you know? But yeah, it's his time zone usually in the evening, I do believe.
I'm actually checking right now because I happen to be on start playing.
Mm.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you're back at the primal tier, which is appropriate because I did a lot of work on the primals, you can have a game run for you, and if this doesn't put you off, I'll be the person running it. So,
Well, now I will
uh,
undo my pledge.
yeah.
Yeah, I have had phenomenally good experiences with Matthew running games, so I'd
Yes,
encourage everyone to have a Matthew experience once in their life, at least.
They
I've
don't all break into musicals.
I've been playing in Matthew's game he's running for Redmond role playing actually, and I have made some extremely bad decisions recently. So I'm a big
Yeah,
fan.
yeah. I mean, not to spoil anything, but Eddie's already had to shift bodies once.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm
Uh,
playing a dead, and I've already had to rehome my
hmm,
soul a little bit.
yeah. Didn't get caught in the gears of a combine like I was hoping, but
But to answer the question, on the start playing, I put the link in chat. Tom Murray's running 3 learn to play games, but those are their times for European audiences, 7 p.m. GMT +1. But there is someone else running a biweekly game on Saturdays, which is 5 p.m. GMT, which is actually noon on Saturday. So it's a weekend, so it might be easier for people
Right.
to play.
I love an afternoon
And there's
game.
3 seats left on that game run by Alex, apparently. So
Yeah, so definitely like if you want to run it, throw it on there. If you want to play it, you could probably find games. I look forward to hearing like I just want to hear people's characters and stuff. Like it's so exciting for a game that you've created versus a game that
mhm.
you kind of came in on later. Like I want to hear how people get creative with it. You know, it's
Hmm.
really really awesome. And I know that even though Danielle could not be here with us on stream today, I know that she is probably vibrating excitedly about all of this stuff too.
No doubt.
Reminds me, actually, I should message her. She's probably glued to the screen, but in the off chance she isn't, let her know that we funded.
I feel like she knows.
she'll know in her heart.
I thought I heard from somewhere in the ether, woo!
Yeah,
But
All the way over from the other side of the Atlantic.
hey, y'all.
Yeehaw, etc.
Hmm.
Yeah. Someone in the Discord wants us to make a Book of Epochs. So that is our time-based liminal spaces.
Hmm.
That's an interesting idea. Let's see what comes down the pipe. I'm interested to see what people want to see expanded. I recommend, of course, checking out the entire manuscript first because it might even be in the core book. But yes, if there is something that you find in the core book that really makes you want to see more of it, tell us via any of our social media.
Hmm.
We're always interested in hearing fans' opinions on things they want to explore in our games.
Absolutely.
yep, indeed. But like to Matthew's point, I've already seen a few things people have said, hey, it'd be nice if this game did this or that. And like, wait till the whole manuscript rolls out too, because there's a very good chance that a lot of what you're asking for is either already there or very close to already there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, Someone asked if there's supplements or expansions as part of stretch goals. We've already announced one of them, which is Dixie mentions,
Well,
Tangled
I
which is
mean,
the Tangled
webs.
Webs.
Right. And we would be doing a novella.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Fiction.
Hopefully more than one if we
But to be clear, we also
create a
have
nice volume.
we have plans for supplements beyond stretch goals, right?
Right.
The stretch goals, the supplements you get for stretch goals are a pretty different beast than the supplements we plan for a game line. They're usually a bit smaller and a bit more specialized, for lack of a better term. But we already have lots of other ideas on how we're going to build that. Nothing we're going to announce yet, but we definitely have. We had a whole meeting about what we can do, and there's lots of notes on my planning board of what we can do. So we definitely have plans, and they're staring at me, going, "When are you going to fund so we can start hiring people for those?" So
Also, in our Curseborne panel that we did at Onyx PathCon this year, we talked a lot about some of the supplements we would like to eventually do for this. Because as we all keep saying, this is the first book. This is the street level version. Let's see how it does, and we'll go from there. You know.
And I
Absolutely.
promise that despite the fact, completely independent of each other, Queen's Court Games, who have been releasing a fantastic actual play of Curseborne, they're, I think, on their second episode now released. Do check out Queen's Court Games. Theirs is set in a theatre, and the one I ran is set in a theatre. We came up with that completely independent of each other, and both started up musical numbers completely independent of each other.
No, they did
now,
too.
now, saying that, I don't know what is in the manuscript for Curseborne that is encouraging people that it is a musical game. It isn't by default, but maybe there's something about it that makes people want to sing. All that said, in our Tangled Web stretch goal, should we hit several of them, they're not all going to be set in musical theatre. I promise. Maybe one, maybe, or two, but not all of them.
Probably not even that.
Not maybe not.
Travis says he has an isolated vocal track of you singing, Matthew.
Well, that's a threat.
Set it
I think
to music.
I think for all of us.
Set it to music. Release it.
The players of the Curseborne actual play, Athena, Nyla, Rose, etc., etc. is rude, Bridget and Laura, did say they wanted a stretch goal to be a soundtrack, which is just me singing the hits of Curseborne.
Yeah.
So you know where
Trying
to find
to drive interest, Matthew.
Right.
Not terrify people and have them run away.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us at our launch party. We will be around in various ways for the duration of the Kickstarter. So you can find us all over the place, mostly on Discord. And of course, we all have our little social media handles underneath if you want to talk to us on social media. But Discord's probably the best way to talk to most of us. Or if you really want to, you can email Rich. He always says that.
We also have the comment section in the Kickstarter, which is a area that a lot of people are very comfortable with expressing ideas and concerns and need for clarification and all sorts of stuff. So James is always reviewing that, and most of us are too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think all we're going to be doing for at least today is just refreshing this page and answering questions.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm going to watch Twin Peaks, which is appropriate because this game does have certain aspects of Lynch to it.
Season
Honestly,
1, Season 2, what?
Season 1. My wife has not watched it before, so
interesting.
Is this episode 1 you're watching?
No, we're on episode 3 now. She has remarked, "Does the music ever stop?" No, it doesn't. I mean, if anything, it gets more hypnotic.
Wait, so episode 3. So she's gotten to the funeral then, hasn't she?
Well, let's not spoil it for everyone.
I was just asking if you got the funeral or not. The fact that someone dies is literally in the opening credits of the show. I think it's okay.
It's not like it's the red wedding where like everybody gets killed at the funeral. So.
I've literally never seen Twin Peaks, and I know the phrase "Who killed Laura Palmer?" So
right, yeah. So I mean, I think that's fair.
What is Curseborne?
That's not ruining anything. That's literally like the tagline of the show.
The same energy as someone who got mad at me online for spoiling the fact that Sherlock Holmes survives the 125-year-old story at which he's allegedly killed.
What?
Yes.
God, Eddie, how could you?
I'll never read it the same way again.
Right, because Sherlock Holmes dies, but there's 4 novels after that feature him I kind of thought that was as red that he
And
survived
like the
that.
first story explains what happened.
Right, yeah.
Uh,
It's
uh,
whatever.
I do want to point people. Awkward GM Corbin has been a huge hype fan for this game
A
since we
massive
Absolutely.
started
advocate.
talking about it,
Indeed.
and a big thank you to you, Corbin. I know that he is running an 8 p.m. EDT beginner's guide to Curseborne. And of all of the people who have been enthusiastic about Curseborne, I would suggest that he has been accumulating so much information, probably more information than anyone else from all of our blogs, all of our AMAs, and he's been there for every single one of them. So do check out his beginner's guide if everything we've said isn't enough. And I have no doubt Corbin will be coming out with more videos, both on our Twitch and on his YouTube channel about Curseborne as the month goes on.
Yep. All right.
Less than 200 to go for 40,000.
Yep.
Curseborne 40K.
For 40K. Yep.
In the grim darkness of the not so far future, there is only Curseborne.
Accurate.
They're only curses.
Okay.
Exactly true.
I'm gonna take this clown Joe
In
off
my
the road.
life.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go.
Oh,
We're
come
gonna
on.
go.
Hold on. Let's hold on until we hit 40.
Okay. We're not gonna go. We're gonna sit here. Watch numbers
Let's
go
just
up.
hold on for just a tad, just a wee bit.
I'll finish my third drink.
I don't have a drink.
Yeah,
Ah.
my alcohol is on the other side of the room.
So close.
I'm not drinking alcohol. This is water.
Ooh,
Yeah, we are one backer away.
$12 away.
Come
Come
on.
on. Do
There
it. Do it.
Come
Do
on,
it.
where are you?
And exactly 40K in exactly 1 hour. Boom.
I
That's
haven't
what we'll
refreshed
say.
yet.
Oh, I haven't refreshed it.
I haven't refreshed yet.
Oh.
I thought it went down. Ah, what?
does that.
See,
No.
they're playing with us now. They're toying with us. They
They
don't
need
want
to
us to
stop.
go.
There it is.
They
There
want
it
us to be
is.
on camera.
What the
all night.
world needs
There it is.
now is
Yay!
love, sweet love.
All right.
We have done
And
it.
you'll never walk alone. Thank you,
We have
everybody.
funded. We have hit 40K. We're very excited. We will continue to be excited. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your
Goodbye.
support.